Hi everyone, this is Heba from My Little Journal, and today I'm really excited to be doing a flip through of my Project Life 2018 album. I'm not going to talk a lot because I need to share all these layouts with you guys. There's a lot to see, and so I'm just going to talk about little things here and there, things that I enjoy doing or things I like to do in my album. And if you want to see any of these process videos, I do have process videos for, I'm going to say 99% of these layouts. I will add a link to the playlist, or you can find it in my playlist section here on my YouTube channel under Project Life 2018. So let's start. I like to start my album with a 12 by 12 photo of my family. I just kind of remove a piece of my photo and add a card, and this one worked out perfectly. I believe that's from a Kelly Perky kit. So that's literally all I do. I kind of don't work hard on my first spread. I just want to kind of document that this album is about my family. So I just feel like that works out really nicely. Week one was not a good week for us. Our year did not start perfectly. My father was not feeling well. He ended up in the hospital. But you know what? 2018 was a great year. It didn't start as great as I thought it would be, but it did turn out to be a wonderful year for us. So it's great to document these little things because I would have totally forgot that my father was in the hospital that week and that our year didn't start out so well. So definitely recommend to document the good and the bad. Don't feel like you just have to document great moments and wonderful moments. Project Life is to remind you of what went on that year. We have week two here. I believe I used a Feed Your Craft kit for that one, really pretty one. I like to add flip pockets to my layouts, especially when I have an extra photo and it just doesn't make sense to add let's say an extra layout, and I'm trying to just stick to one layout a week. Sometimes I add, extras and things like that, but I'm trying to just keep to one album a year, so I have to stick to one layout a week. But that's why I like to add these flip ups, and I just added the weather because it snowed that week. So it's great to have this in my Project Life just to remember how cold it was that week. This one here was the week of my birthday, and I love to document gifts I got. That's why you see these right here. I like to kind of break it down a little bit what I did that day. I like to document my cake, little things like that, who I spent it with. So I really, really love this one. And this kit was from Kelly Perky. Isn't it just so beautiful? The pinks. Very pretty. By the way, I use these dividers in my Project Life albums. I used to use some Studio Calico ones, but they sold out and they stopped making them. So I went with the Becky Higgins acetate dividers. I got these from Amazon. I'll add the link in the description box. And what I do is I literally just stamp the month with some Stays-On ink. And I've been using the stamp set from Carrie Bradford. Love these alpha stamps. And I just literally just stamp them at the top and call it done. And I really like these little dividers. I'm really happy with them. Another flip pocket right there, just an extra photo, extra journaling. For this week, when I added my flip pocket, I only had a 3x4 photo and journaling, but I thought it would look pretty cool to add a 4x6, and that way you can see the photo underneath it, because I was kind of documenting these two photos of my daughter and I working on a puzzle. So I really like how that looks, and I just added a little embellishment on that. I had to add a 12 by 12 pattern paper for the next few spreads because that was a workshop for Studio Calico, and I can't share it. If you want to check that out, I believe the workshops are still available on their website. But anyways, I did want to talk about week 9 because this is one of my top 5 favorites in my album. I love the colors. I love this kit from Studio Calico. That floral 4x6 card is just gorgeous. It's just so airy and bright. It's definitely one of my favorite weeks from 2018. We are going to skip a few weeks here and remove this. Okay, moving on to week 12. This is a Kelly Perky kit. Love Kelly Perky's colors. I really enjoy the brightness of her colors, and she uses a lot of white, which is a favorite of mine. In this week, I documented our pizza night. We love having pizza night. My kids love to make their own pizza. So every single one of us in the family eats a different kind of pizza. So what I did was I just did a little collage of everybody's pizza. I even journaled about everybody's pizza, called it done. I really love this one. And because I had extra photos from week 12, I did add a 6x12 flip here. For week 13, I used some Color Cast Design acrylics. Jessica came out with the days of the week. They're so beautiful, different colors. And to kind of balance the colors from my week acrylics, I kept it with white, more white than anything, because I wanted to balance this out. There was just too many colors. You can see like pink and blue and green and orange and all that good stuff. So keeping my cards more white worked out perfectly. And this is another favorite, by the way. Okay, so week 14, I used a Feed Your Craft kit. Love this kit. I just documented the week my kids were off of school. I believe it was spring break, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it was spring break, and that's why sometimes I like to journal, just to remind me. My son got his permit that week also. I was documenting week 15, and what I do, by the way, when I do have an insert, this is why I keep my Project Life album open on my desk, a separate desk, because I like to see where I ended up with. So if I have an insert, I will remember that and look through my album, and that way when I work on week 15, I know I have extra space to add more photos, if that makes sense. So that works out really well for me. Another Color Cast Design acrylics and wood veneers. Love this week. Very colorful. A lot of family time. We went to the Arab festival here, and I just documented that. Sometimes I don't have a lot going on, so I'll just document one special day from that week. Like right here, these are more about one day right here, and then I'll use the other half of my spread to document other things that happen throughout the week. I have a flip pocket here with photos of my son with his marching band teammates. Now we are going into the month of May. It was my mom and brother's birthday. So I didn't have a lot of photos throughout the week. This is another special occasion. So literally I just documented my mom and brother's birthday. And when we went for brunch, I used a Color Cast Design acrylic that says birthday. Love this 3x4 floral card from Studio Calico. I also stuck to, I believe, Studio Calico here. Oh, where this is from Studio Calico and the rest are from Kelly Perky. Documenting Mother's Day, another week where there was a special day, not a lot of things going on throughout the week. So I just documented Mother's Day, and that's okay. I'm fine with that. Week 20, we had some little things here and there going on. My son's concert, the royal wedding, we went to some graduations, had some ice cream. So it was kind of spread out, and this is why I love Project Life, because you can document all these little things on one spread. And I stuck to blues. Love this kit. Love this from Studio Calico. I think I probably mixed and matched. I'm not sure, but these are definitely from Studio Calico. So we are coming to the end of the school year. I believe that was the last week of school. My son got sick. I got sick. My son had pink eye. I had like a sinus infection. And we were traveling literally a few days later. So I kind of journaled about that. I documented awards. I documented like special moments from school. And I also document that we were sick. So definitely that was a crazy week. So we traveled for the next, I believe, few weeks. Was it, because we jumped from week 21 to week 25. So the rest of the weeks, so week 22, 23, 24, are all in my vacation album. And to remind myself like why I skipped from one week to the other, I'd always add like a large 12 by 12 photo of the family while we were on vacation. This reminds me that we were on vacation. And also, I'm not like skipping all these weeks and not documenting what happened that week. So I love doing this. I also just removed a piece of my photo, added this beautiful card from Feed Your Craft, and then added Philippines on my photo just to remember that we were on vacation those weeks. So we're documenting June right now. We traveled in June. We were back in week 25. I documented just one photo of our flight coming home, just, you know, kind of to bring all this in together. And now I'm documenting summer. It was beautiful. My friends, my siblings and I went to a comedy show that week. And my sister flew in from overseas, so we were spending a lot of time at the pool, a lot of time with my niece. We don't get to see her. We only get to see her in the summer when they come home. And now all my layouts are so bright and beautiful. A lot of pool photos, a lot of family time. I just love the summertime. It is just so much fun. Everybody's so relaxed and enjoying it, I guess. We went to the zoo. I documented that with my niece. Love her so much. And used, I believe, Kelly Perky kits. We're in July, adding my little divider in between. So now we're getting into the 4th of July. Just documented the 4th of July and a few other moments throughout the week. Week 28, still documenting the summer. The kids are still off. My son, by the way, these past few weeks right here was out of town, so he wasn't spending summer with us. But he comes home at last. I missed him so much. Week 29, he was home, but he just came home for a few days and started band camp. So I just documented that. These are all from week 28. I believe we are in week 30 now. And see, I had a lot going on in week... Oh, this is week 28. This is week 29. So I had a lot going on. So I used the whole insert to document week 29. Now we're in week 30. I have a little flip pocket with some journaling. By the way, using the flip pocket is a great way to add your photos and also to use your 3x4 cards or 4x6 cards, because I was able to use 2 extra cards here and a photo, and I was just journaling about my daughter's drawing. Love that. It's so beautiful. I also am documenting my son at marching band camp. Every day is a different theme, and I believe that day was Disney Day, so I documented him in his Aladdin costume. I used some color cast design wood veneers here. Oh, this flipped. So we are in August and the kids are back in school. So I used my color cast design back to school acrylic here just to document both my kids going back to school. So I just took a picture of their first day at school and a picture from him in marching band camp, and just little photos of my niece and sister because they were leaving that week. In week 32, we were still spending some time at the pool. I had a friend fly in that whole summer, so we spent a lot of time with them before they left. That was the last weekend before they went back home. I also was documenting little moments, my son's marching band game nights, things like that. My crazy phone was really possessed and it freaked me out at night. Text messages between my son and I like to do that. My son sends me the best text messages, by the way, so I like to document them. That was the week of Eid holidays for us, so I just documented that. I used my Altenew stamps to document that. A flip pocket right here, just documenting my daughter not feeling well, and she got a concussion that week, which was kind of scary. We're into September now. My son went to homecoming. I love and adore this photo of my son and his friends. I just got them to jump and took a few pictures using some acrylics from Colorcast Design. We are in week 37. I just used my Kelly Perky kit for this one. My son had a sleepover and I took a picture of the kids. I don't know if I mentioned this in my process video, but they were watching scary movies, got scared, and they all ended up sleeping on my couches in my living room. It was really funny to see when I woke up. 38, I'm documenting my son in marching band. They had actually the parade that week, and my parents came along. We got to watch him in the parade, documenting fall. Love this 3x4 or 4x6 card from Studio Calico. It's one of my favorites from that year, or from 2018. So I really was kind of pushing to use it. 39, we went to the state fair. We go every year. I love the state fair. It rained the whole time we were there. Very gloomy, very wet, but my kids didn't mind it. They still went on the rides. They still enjoyed themselves. So documented little things and also journaled. And by the way, I used Kelly Perky's fair or festival stamp set. Love that stamp set, and I'm going to use the heck out of it every year because we go every year. And I use that Oh What Fun from Colorcast Design. That one was actually the December release for Christmas, but it worked really well here. We are in week 40, so I'm just documenting autumn and fall. It's marching band season, marching band competition. So there's a lot of photos of my son in competition. Love adding his photos that season. It's such a proud mommy moment, and I just love to see him on stage. He had a big role in the production this year, so it was great watching him. He also decided to get contact lenses and ditch the glasses, so I journaled about that, added a photo of that moment. By the way, their performance this year was amazing. It had a lot of meaning. Next up, we have week 41. I started switching to my Kelly Perky Highline number stamp here. I'm really liking the bold numbers in my album, so I was starting to use that throughout. Just documenting laundry days. My daughter and I like to try out the costumes in Target before Halloween, so I documented little moments like that. We voted this week. My husband and I went and did early voting. It's my daughter's birthday, week 43, so I used a 6x8 photo to document this beautiful photo of her. And there was not much going on. It was all about her birthday. Obviously, we're still in competition here. So I just focused on her birthday and added a competition photo right there. Week 44 is all about Halloween, so I just documented Halloween. There was not a lot going on that week, so just focused on that special moment, and we went and had dinner with our friends and gave out candy and sat by the bonfire. It was a lot of fun. Week 42, we got to go see Ed Sheeran live. I was so excited about it. It was one of the best concerts I've been to. He's so talented. So I took my daughter. It was her first concert. So my friend and I, my daughter and her friend got to go. And it was her, like I said, her first concert and her birthday gift. So I really just wanted to focus on that night. Nothing special throughout the week. This was special, so I focused on it. I used a 4x12 photo just to add more like a dramatic look to my spread. And I love doing that. This doesn't work on all the photos. I use my selfie to print this out. This only works on certain types of photos, if that makes sense. I should do a tutorial on how I do that here on my channel very soon. I should do that. Anyways, we're moving on to week 46. I have a little flip through here. Text message from my son. Like I said, my son sends the best text messages, and I like to add them throughout my album. Just little things. Got to meet up with my son's school counselor, talk about college. Moving to Thanksgiving week, another spread where I just focused on one day, family, turkey, all that good stuff. I used some Ali Edwards cards here and some Studio Calico. For week 48, I used some Ellie Studio, I believe one of their, it could be January's kit. I also used this acrylic piece from their kit or from their new release. Journaled about my daughter. She got hurt and we just wanted to make sure she didn't break her wrist or anything. Some concerts going on. The kids were off. Went to the library. Little things like that. Week 49, we're getting closer and closer to the end of the year. I just love the pink on the spread. This is from Kelly Perky's December release. It's just so pretty. We got to week 50, and week 50 is all about concerts. One of the trees in our backyard fell and broke, and literally we were watching TV that night, and it freaked me out. I thought a tree fell on our house. That's how loud it was, and literally the house kind of rumbled. So I just journaled about that, documented it, kids getting flu shots, little things like that. This was the week of my son's birthday. He turned 17, so I just really focused on him. I added little highlights from that week. Him and his friends, he had like a get together. Love the spread. It's another favorite. Yellow, black and white. Favorite combo. And we are at the end of my album. We are at week 52. My husband and daughter went to Vegas. So really all the pictures on this week was about them. Even though my son went to Six Flags, we spent a lot of time together. But because I wasn't going to do a whole Vegas album for them, I decided to do a whole spread of their trip to Vegas. Maybe I should do a little mini album for their trip. I should probably consider that. But anyways, we are done with the year. My New Year's Eve and day are in my, or I'm going to document them in my 2019. I decided not to document them here. For the back, I will be adding a 12 by 12. I already ordered that from Persnickety Prints, but I'm going to be adding a 12 by 12 photo of the family, just kind of to end it like I started it. But that's about it, you guys. I'm so excited to be done with my 2018 album. I always say this, Project Life is one of my favorite projects, or it is my favorite project, just because I forget what's going on in our life. I mean, the next week you totally forget what happened last week. So looking through this album makes me so happy. My kids always look through these albums. They share them with their friends when they come over. They let them go through it. It's just a lot of fun looking at the journaling, looking at these important moments in our lives. I just really cherish this album. For 2019, I'm changing the size to a 6 by 12. I did mention this in my chat video recently, and I'm really excited about the new size. I think kind of going down that much is really going to help me store my albums better. The 12 by 12s just take up a lot of space, and I'll still have this kind of layout because you know, if I use two 6 by 12s, so it's kind of in half, I'll still have this format, which I'm used to and love very much. So really, I don't feel like it's a big change just because they're just separated. So in the end, I still have this format, but yet a smaller album. So I'm really excited about this new change in my project life, and I can't wait to share with you my new 2019 album. By the way, because I have a feeling someone's going to ask me, this metallic album is from We Are Memory Keepers. I believe I got this from scrapbook.com. I will try to add a link for this album. I'll try to add a link for anything I mentioned in this video, the dividers, the album, flip pockets, all that good stuff. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up, and if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye!